Hello and welcome to this Untitled Connect YouTube video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the qualifications that are available if you want to become a counsellor. And this video follows on from a previous one that we recorded which looked at the importance of undertaking a course, undertaking a training process that allowed you to gain your BACP or your NCS membership, because it's so important to become a member of one of these membership bodies and be recognized as a professional counselor, particularly if you want to be a successful counselor or you want to be employed by the National Health Service. But moving away just from a pure career perspective, from an ethical perspective, if you are in such a position of responsibility as a counsellor is, it's very important that you have met certain standards. That's what these membership bodies are all about. So, what qualifications will earn you your professional membership? Well, first of all, undertaking a BACP accredited or BACP approved course is the best step you can take towards becoming a member of BACP. And that includes organizations such as Cpcab. And we believe that that's the best counseling qualification. For starters, they are the highest standards. It is the most in-depth and comprehensive training process, and also Cpcab courses are approved by BACP. So once you have got your Cpcab qualifications, you can go to BACP and say, look, I've got all these qualifications with Cpcab, which is an organization that is approved by BACP, and you should be able to receive your membership provided you've met all the requirements. So let's take a look at Cpcab courses and how you can qualify as a counsellor using those courses. Now, first of all, as a caveat, we are a Cpcab training provider, so we might be a bit biased, but we are a Cpcab provider by choice because we genuinely believe that they are the best at counselling qualifications. And they design the criteria for a range of mental health counselling training courses that independent organizations such as ourselves here at Untitled Connect deliver to students. And Cpcab, the Counselling and Psychotherapy Central Awarding Body, independently audits all training providers, so you can be more assured of the higher level of standard within the qualification. One thing that also separates Cpcab is it's very practical in nature. Counselling is not a course that is all about theory. Counselling is not a theory, it's not an academic pursuit. It's a personability pursuit. It's about building relationships. It's about learning the practical skills that are going to allow you to become an effective counsellor. And so that's what separates Cpcab from a lot of other different awards, is that it's very practical by nature. So it's very important that you understand that and understand the importance of practical skills, and also understand that BACP require as a minimum 100 hours of supervised practical experience to become a member. So many courses won't include any of that practical application. So you'd have to source it separately, independently anyway, to become a BACP member. So why not undertake a course that also gives you that practical experience? And if you do want to read more about the benefits of Cpcab courses and the qualifications in a bit more detail, we also have a guide to Cpcab qualifications. You can see you can find this particular document in the bio of the YouTube channel, and you can follow that link that is on the screen now to read about Cpcab qualifications. But for now, we're just going to look at the process of becoming qualified, the various different qualifications you need to earn your membership. Now, to qualify as a counsellor through Cpcab to earn your BACP membership, you need to achieve as a minimum the Cpcab Level 4 Diploma in Therapeutic Counselling. This is the main core practitioner course that will earn you your membership. It's a 2-hour course and will teach you or give you a minimum of 420 hours of formal experience, and you will also have to do 100 hours of supervised counselling practice to earn your level 4 diploma as well, both of which are requirements for BACP membership. Now, to undertake the CPCAB Level 4 Diploma, you need to have earned your CPCAB Level 2 certificate in counselling skills, and this is a very, very important course. This is the fundamental practical skills course that will give you the foundations that you'll build upon as you progress through your studies. And then you also have the CPCAB Level 3 certificate in counselling studies, and this will build on those skills but also introduce you to a lot of the theories that you'll use in your CPCAB Level 4 diploma. So it is thoroughly recommended that you undertake CPCAB Level 2 and 3 before doing your Level 4 diploma. And also, the CPCB Level 4 diploma is usually around about 420 hours, whereas BACP require at least 450 hours of formal training. So you'll likely need to undertake an extra qualification prior to your Level 4 anyway in order to meet your formal training requirements with BACP. So, you might be wondering, well, can I skip one of those levels if there's more than I actually need? Can I skip Level 2? Can I skip Level 3? Well, we can't speak for every counselling training provider, but here at Astranti Connect and also many other quality training providers as well will not under any circumstances recommend skipping CPCAB Level 2 and 3. Now, the reasons for this is it's a journey. It's not a piecemeal situation where you can pick and choose which courses, which modules you do. It's all a progressive journey. You learn those fundamental skills, you build on them, and you introduce to the theories. Then you undertake your full course where you put it all together and you add in all that practical experience. It's a journey to become qualified as in the best possible counsellor that you can be, to become the best possible counsellor that you can be. If you skip levels, it's going to have a negative impact on your experience and on your formal training. And counselling is very, very different to any other profession, very, very different to any other courses that you may have undertaken, particularly with CPCAB, where it's so focused on self-development, on self-reflection, on practical skills. And we've had students in the past who have skipped levels of training and really, really struggled. They've actually come to us and say, I wish I hadn't skipped this training because I feel a bit lost. I'm behind everyone else. And this is not just people that have decided they want to go straight in at Level 4. This is people that have had very genuine reasons to believe they didn't need to do Levels 2 and 3 because they'd already done other qualifications at a far higher level. But again, because of the different nature of it, the fact that you've completed qualifications of a far higher level in slightly different fields doesn't mean you'll automatically have all that skill, all that knowledge, all that experience that you would have picked up in Level 2 and 3. In fact, we've had students who have completed master's degrees in psychotherapy, master's degrees in psychology, things that you would expect would give them more than enough of a foundation to go straight into Level 4 or to even skip Level 4. But no, they really, really struggle. And so even if you have these high-level qualifications, it's always recommended that you start at Level 2, particularly as your individual training provider will likely use a syllabus that builds on the previous course. So if there's certain things that you haven't covered, even if you've covered other parts at a far higher level, you will still be behind if you skip a level. So when you are considering undertaking counselling qualifications, it's always best to start at level 2. Remember, it's only a few extra months of training. What's that in the long term when your future practice as a counsellor could be adversely affected by you not undertaking the full range of qualifications to become a counsellor? And that may create more problems for your clients in the future. And on the subject of counselling and working with your clients, can you start practicing immediately? You want to become a counsellor, you've started your training, can you start practicing as a counsellor? So can you become a counsellor of a level 2? Can you become a counsellor of a level 3? Well, technically, the answer is yes, because counselling is not a regulated profession. It's not legally regulated. So you could call yourself a counsellor with no counselling training at all. But in reality, the answer is no. You would be doing a disservice to your clients and yourself to start practicing on clients without any formal training. BACP have set specific entry benchmarks for counsellors to begin practicing, and also specific benchmarks for people to become counselling supervisors, etc. It'd be very unprofessional and even harmful to your clients to provide counselling with inadequate qualifications and training. And just a reminder here that you need to achieve a minimum of the level 4 diploma in counselling to qualify as a counsellor to become a member of BACP. But you might be also thinking, okay, well, I want to get started with my counselling qualifications. I want to take the level 2 to test the waters, see how I feel about it. If I just do level 2 and decide it's not for me, is there anything else I can do with a level 2 in certificate skills? Well, yes, it means you'll be able to go on to a level 3 if you decide to. But a level 2 in general will be very, very useful for improving your listening skills, your relationship building skills, your empathy skills. These are all things that are fundamental to being a counsellor, but can also be very important in many other professions, whether you're just a manager within a corporate organization, or you want to be a teacher, or you want to work in human resources, etc. Building on these skills, these are fundamental human relationship skills, not just things to do with counselling. So if you don't want to become a qualified counsellor, but you just want to build on those interpersonal skills, you want to build on those coaching skills for your job, then level 2 alone, just as a standalone, is a very important qualification. But if you do want to become a practicing counsellor, you will then need to progress onto level 3 and onto level 4. So you might think, well, how long is that going to take? Well, on average, it takes around about 3 years, and it depends on the provider that you choose. And it depends on the courses that you choose as well. If you're doing very small part-time courses, when you're doing a few hours a week, it's likely to take longer than if you're doing courses on more full-time courses where you're dedicating a whole day or more a week to your studies. So let's break down the different levels. So we've got the Cpcab level 2 certificate, and that will generally take around about 6 months, or potentially up to 9 months, depending on whether you are doing 3 hours a week or whether you're doing 7 hours a week with a full day course, etc. And that's the same for level 3 as well. A 6-month to a 9-month course, depending on whether you're doing evening, morning courses or full day courses. Just a side note there that we offer both options here at Astranti Connect. And then you move on to your level 4 diploma. Now that's the big core practitioner course that you need to earn your membership of BACP. But generally, if you are working with a Cpcab provider, they will insist that you have undertaken levels 2 and 3 first. And this will generally be 1 day a week for 2 years, plus the mandatory 100 hours of client work, but they do allow you an extra year to complete this. So perhaps you want to do your course, your formal training over 2 years, doing about 25 hours of client work a year over those 2 years. And then in the 3rd year, when you've finished your studies, you do 50 hours worth of client work. You also need to undertake a minimum of 10 hours of personal counselling each year as well. Because being a counsellor is not just about learning how to counsel others, it's about understanding yourself as well. So attending a counsellor and receiving counselling is a very important part of the process. There are other levels that you can undertake. So, of course, you only need to do up to level 4 to become qualified. But if you do want to improve on your skills, build on your skills, you want to specialize in certain areas, then CPCAB does actually offer a level 5 and level 6 qualification. Now, again, these are not mandatory. You do not need to do these in order to qualify as a counsellor. They're for people that are really dedicated to improving their craft. So it could be you undertake the level 5 diploma in psychotherapeutic counselling. This will build on those skills. This will also give you advice on starting your own private practice and also allow you, if you want to go down a role, to becoming a psychotherapist. Now, a psychotherapist generally is a bit different to a counsellor in that a psychotherapist looks to actively trace the cause of pain rather than helping people through pain, which is what a counsellor as a counsellor counsels people through situations, whereas a psychotherapist digs a bit deeper. And the level 6 certificate, which is in psychotherapeutic counselling supervision. So this is if you want to be a counselling supervisor. Once you're a counselling supervisor, you will essentially be auditing other counsellors to ensure that they are giving the performance that is expected of a qualified counsellor. And when you become a qualified counsellor, you will also have to undertake supervision yourself. A senior counsellor will have to come and assess your work to provide feedback to audit your performance. But if you want to become a supervisor, you'll need to undertake that level 6 certificate in counselling supervision. So just got a diagram here to demonstrate the various different CPCAB qualifications, starting with the level 2 awards. CPCAB offers various different awards at level 2, such as for substance misuse, etc. But if you want to go into the actual profession of becoming a qualified counsellor, you need to start with the level 2 certificate. Although you may want to do some of those awards as CPD once you are qualified. That's continuous professional development, which is expected of you as a qualified counsellor if you want to specialise in certain areas such as grief counselling and substance misuse, alcohol misuse, etc. You then progress to level 3 and finally your level 4 diploma. But then if you do want to go on to further levels, you want to specialise, you can undertake that level 4 and 5 diploma as well. But alternatively, you could actually look then into undertaking a full degree or a full foundation degree in counselling as well, to add extra weight to your CV and also to provide you with additional skills. And we're going to look at the process of a degree in counselling in the next video and how the various different CPCAB qualifications form part of that degree. So you've already completed that degree before you've even started it if you have completed the CPCAB qualifications. So another reason to qualify using CPCAB qualifications. So thank you very much for watching this video on the various different qualifications you need to become a qualified counsellor. Hopefully that will have cleared up some questions you may have had of when you can start counselling and what you actually need to earn your membership, etc., and the various different steps you need to take and how long it's going to take, etc. Again, at Starting to Connect, we do thoroughly recommend starting at level 2 to get the full experience, to get the full range of skills and knowledge, and to progress onto level 3, onto level 4 to gain your membership at BACP, because it's so important to become a member of a counselling professional body, particularly if you want to work with the National Health Service. And also from your own ethical perspective, it would be perhaps unprofessional to start counselling without meeting those required standards. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please do like and subscribe, and also feel free to ask any questions you may have. And also visit our website, www.astranticonnect.com, for more information about the counselling profession, for more insights. You can find this document on the website. You can also find it in the bio with under the YouTube link. And also, please join me for the next video where we're looking at getting a degree in counselling and also whether your counselling qualification can allow you to practice outside of the UK. So thank you very much and I hope to see you for the next video.